Welcome to the Board Game Snobs podcast. Critically harsh reviews with a touch of class.
Welcome, everybody, to our annual episode of Board Game Snobs podcast. Here with me in the studio.
Annual?
Yeah, it's annual.
Annual episode.
Yeah, it happens like once every 2 weeks.
That's not annual.
It's
That's bi-weekly.
Oh.
Annual episode's one a year.
Oh. Well, this is our annual episode.
Oh, it is?
This is an annual special episode.
Oh, it is?
Yes, because you didn't know this.
I'm excited now.
Because we are talking about snobbish things.
Wow.
Such as art and trains.
Interesting.
First class trains.
And Betty and Veronica.
And Betty and Veronica. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I found some old Betty and Veronica. Okay, let's rewind here for a moment. Gobby's a little boy at heart, and he still reads Archie comics and Betty and Veronica and Jughead. And I happened to be going through a garage sale. And I know that's not very snobbish to have a garage sale, but I was having one because I had...
It's okay to have one. You just don't go and buy stuff from them.
I looked out at my French porch, wearing my smoking jacket at all the peasants.
Look at them buying my junk.
Look at all the poor people are up to. Yes, they bought my junk.
It was me out there. Buy your stuff.
Well, hey, I had some good stuff.
I guess so, because you had Betty and Veronica comics and Archie that you did not know you had.
Yes, and I gifted them to Gobby.
I appreciit it
because they are not snobbish enough.
If you have something else, let me know.
I have the complete collection of Calvin and Hobbes. I think mine is one book. I love Calvin and Hobbes. Love
Calvin and Hobbes has like this subtle humor,
dry, very mean. Yeah.
And I was reading through them, and I was like, "This is funny,"
but it's not. Some of it's not laugh out loud. Funny.
No, it's like, "This is funny." Like you don't laugh, ha ha. You just say to yourself, "That's okay." However, whenever I say something that I think is funny, and someone says, "That's funny," I'm like, "That wasn't funny to them."
No, they're lying to you.
They're lying to my face.
What I do when someone says that, I yell, "Liar!" And I make the situation very awkward.
I hate that.
I do too.
Just laugh at my jokes.
I try. What irritated me about reading Calvin and Hobbes was that there was always Garfield. That wasn't really any funny.
Oh.
There was like Family Circus.
Garfield. I look like as a child, I thought I was supposed to like him, but as an adult, he's not funny.
I used to love reading Dick Tracy.
And I used to have some Dick Tracy comics as well.
Dick Tracy. I love
when the Dick Tracy movie came out.
Loved it.
Warren Beatty,
Al
Madonna.
Pacino.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, we have to watch.
Was it Flat Top or Flat Head?
It's Flat Top.
Flat Top. Yeah,
that was great. I love the fact that it was what's the guy that was the famous actor? The guy that was Are You Trying to Seduce Me? What's that guy?
Robert Redford?
No, not Robert Redford. The other guy.
De Niro?
No.
Are you trying to seduce me?
Yeah, remember he was a young actor and that older woman was hitting on him and he said, "Are you trying to seduce me?"
And Dick Tracy?
No, the other show. What's the guy's name? He was on Meet the Parents.
Dustin Hoffman.
Okay. Dustin Hoffman was Mumbles. And that filled me. I just loved
Mumbles.
He's sitting there.
Did you have the
Yes, I did.
Action characters?
I do. I still do. I had Dick Tracy and his two loser partners, and then the old man, the homeless guy that he beat up.
I had
Prune Face. I
had Prune Face.
Yeah. Hey. You love Prune Face. And the blank.
Had Prune Face, Mumbles, and Flat Top, and Dick Tracy.
Listen here, Bruno Cathala. You make me a Dick Tracy game. You get that license and you make, I don't know what it is, but make a Dick Tracy game. I don't know how you're going to make it. What was Dick Tracy about? I want a little watch so I can push the thing and talk into it.
An Apple Watch?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's basically Dick Tracy he's ahead of Apple.
Yeah.
He could radio people ahead.
I loved that movie.
I liked it. Al Pacino.
I have not seen it since it came out in the theaters, but
I had it on VHS and watched it and watched it and watched it. Especially that scene when Madonna's singing, because I was of that age. And I thought, Madonna.
You thought she was all the go.
And now Madonna.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Hey.
Speaking of things classy, let's transition to First Class, the board game by Z-Man Games. First Class. Okay. Let me just throw this out here. I enjoy train games. I'm not just a super... I don't play the XX, 18XX games or Ticket to Ride too often. I don't play nothing like that. But First Class was kind of advertised as, I think some people said it was like German or Russian railroads, sort of.
Russian railroads, yeah.
Okay. So Gabi buys it. We set it out on the table.
Our favorite YouTuber loved it.
John.
John gets
I wish you hadn't
games.
brought that up because I'm about to bash the game.
Oh, sorry.
That John likes
to each
it.
their own.
To each their own. And John has rarely led us astray. But this game was not first class. All right. It's a train game with no real trains. And it's cards. And there's stuff. And you're moving people along this train that you're building. And you're It was exactly the type of abstract craziness that I hate.
You were visibly angry.
I hated first class. I hated all the little cards.
The only other...
I hated it made me mad.
It made you Machi Koro mad.
Machi Koro mad.
That's the only other time I've seen you that frustrated in a game.
And I've come to find first class did do something for me. It helped me to understand what makes me mad about these type of games. I don't have to have... I've come to find that I enjoy theme
No, really?
a lot.
Really?
I used to be deluded into thinking that I didn't need a good theme.
You just needed a good Euro.
I just need a good Euro. Let me move some cubes around.
There you go.
Okay. But the fact is, if a game says it's about trains, there should be a track. There should be
There is in those cards.
And you're putting cards down. I don't like that. It was too abstract. There's too much going on. I have no clue. There's too many little bitty mechanics happening, kind of like in Russian railroads.
But you kind of liked Russian railroads.
I kind of liked Russian railroads until we got to the scoring and found out that a certain someone had blew us away by like 400-something points, and he didn't even understand the game.
Well, you tell me when I do that's our fault for not paying attention.
Well, whatever. I lie sometimes. Anyways,
Like when we play Chinatown, you say, oh, yeah, you won because we didn't pay attention to you.
here's the thing. I don't like first class. But if you are one of these people that is still playing Russian and German railroads, you need to buy first class. I think you will like it. If you're that type of person, the Stefan Feld people that
I sold Russian railroads.
yes, the Stefan Feld type people that like point salads.
Stefan
Gwen,
Field.
Stefani.
Field.
That was a stretch.
Stefan, what? Gwen Stefani?
Feld.
Gwen Stefani Feld?
Yeah. Let's make that happen.
Don't speak.
So if you're the type of person that likes Gwen Stefani and Trajan and various other games like that,
Trajan,
then first class, this is up your alley. I would even go the far to say if you like, I'm going to stretch this alley even a little bit further. Great Western Trail. If you're the type of person that likes multiple mechanics, multiple stuff going on, then
I do.
But
in some games,
but this was just too convoluted to me.
I did not have the hate you did. I was trying. The only thing I did not understand was we were supposed to upgrade, and there was like nothing to upgrade except like to the very end of the game, your carts, your passenger trains, or whatever. And I was like, okay, I don't know. Yeah, I would play it again. But Jerry, viscerally and visibly, with every orifice of his body.
I don't think you know what that word means. I wish you'd quit using words that you've heard me say.
Your mouth.
With
That's the only one I'm worried about.
Every fiber of my being.
Every fiber of your being.
Thank you. At times,
he hated that game.
I hated the game, and I am understandably biased because of that, and so that's why I say I don't like it. If you have found that your taste align with mine, then don't buy this game. But if you're a Russian Railroad fan, German Railroad fan, any type of other railroad fan that likes abstract card games, and I would even say if you're the type of person that really enjoys like Great Western Trail where there's multiple stuff going on and you don't mind there not being a board.
Lots of people love Great Western Trail.
That's why
even though Mombasa is better.
I agree with that. But even though I'm throwing it out there, don't let me put you off first classes because I don't like it. I understand there's an audience out there and I think it's been overlooked by those people who like those type of games.
What's been overlooked?
First class, by the people who like that type of games. I haven't seen it getting played. I hate it. And I will never play it again. And I won't even make Enrique play it.
I'm fine with that.
He really.
It was not first class. It was more like coach.
Whenever
Took me an hour to write that.
Okay,
joke.
there's only been when we first played Machi Koro. The whole time we were playing,
I laid down.
Jerry was so angry. He hated Machi Koro. That's how you acted with this game.
I laid down in
Very
the kitchen.
childish.
I just laid down. I was so
and
tired. It was stupid. I planked.
No,
It was a laid down
you
protest.
just did not like it.
Passive
and
protest.
You gave up.
When you make me play a game that I don't want to play,
It was not passive. You were very auditory. I hate this game. This game is so stupid. Oh,
I do sound like that.
that's exactly what you sound like.
That's so funny.
That's what. How dare you?
So funny. But yeah, first class. I don't like it, but
First class, pass.
wow.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of things that are classy, the Gallerist. I have been wanting to play this game because it's made by Vito Lacerda. Vito Lacerda? Is that how you say it? Vito?
Vito?
No, that's like
Vital?
Vital? It's Vital. Vital.
Vital
Lacerda.
Vital Lacerda.
He's
I don't
not.
know.
He's not.
It's obviously not in.
He is vital. He's not optional.
Not Frank Jones. So.
Nope, not Frank Jones. Vito Lacerda, who makes very complicated.
Mr. Lacerda.
Mr. Lacerda makes some very.
Monsieur Lacerda.
Monsieur Lacerda.
Is he French?
You're killing me.
I'm trying to figure out his name.
He makes very complicated board games, such as CO2, which I think is coming back out on Kickstarter. Kanban, which I spent a week trying to learn and got frustrated with. What else? Vinos, which we have not got a
Why
chance
is
to
it
play.
Kanban, not Kanban?
Kanban is Japanese for like some sort of billboard reminder, according to the rule book, I believe.
Really?
That's literally the only thing. It's like a thing. It's like, oh, do this.
Interesting.
I think. Don't quote me on that. My Japanese is poor.
Yes, it is.
Very much.
Kanigawa. Should be Kana. Gawa.
Thank you for that.
I don't know.
Wu-Tang Clan. There you go.
What's up?
The game that he has made that I've been wanting to play for a long time, the Gallerist, because I like art.
Mm-hmm.
I like saying Gallerist.
You like saying it?
Yeah, it sounds like
Fancy?
sounds fun.
Like you really
if you would told somebody
Curator?
if you told somebody you're a gallerist, it's like, what, do you work in a kitchen?
Yes.
No,
The galley of a kitchen.
I curate art.
The gallows. I work in the gallows.
You're a hangman?
I'm a galloist.
A galloist?
They ought to make that the galloist, where you just chop off heads.
Don't be giving people our board game ideas. Write that down, Enrique. If somebody comes out with that, I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to be so mad. There's something
That's, that's been invented. It's called Hangman.
Nah, it's called a guillotine.
Oh.
I hadn't played
Is that real?
It's that little card game, Guillotine.
Never played
I haven't got to play it, but I've always wanted to play it, but I never get to. Anyways, the Gallerist. Very complicated. I tricked Gobby into learning it. Gobby bought it. I was supposed to learn it. I said, oh, you never learn anything. And he sat down and learned the game and explained it to me.
In your face.
I was very shocked that he sat down and learned this game and spread it out and told me how all these icons, and I was very impressed. Dare I say, I will go on the record proud of him, because generally I'm the one that I closed my eyes and couldn't look at him when I said that, because it was like, I don't want to
cry right now.
That's so funny.
You're so funny.
This game has a lot of icons,
A
bunch of different colored meeples, and a bunch of stuff going on. I played it. And interestingly, it's a worker placement with 4 spots on the board. Mm-hmm. Each of those spots allow you to do 2 things. So you put your little meeple there, you do your thing. The next player can then bump you off and give you an opportunity, because they bumped you off, that you can do something else. I don't want to go into trying to explain the Gallerist. I will let Gobby do that if you like, because quite frankly,
Master class.
Right, quite frankly, it did not tickle my fancy the way I thought it would. I did not. I played it. I'm glad I played it. I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't really see. I want to play it some more, because I'm wondering if I've missed the grand strategy behind it. But with common worker placements, I put my guy there. You can't get to that spot. I've messed you up. That's not the case with this.
Nope.
There's a lot of other areas that you're focusing on, and it's very difficult. And there's a lot of little bitty hinky rules that you have to remember, and things that, quite frankly, are not thematic. Like, what are you doing? Like, it doesn't really feel like
hiring artists
and you're commissioning work. But when you do that in the game, it feels very abstract. And again, I've learned about myself. I don't like so much abstraction.
Well, I don't think it's... You said it was abstract. I don't think it's that abstract. I think it went together pretty well. Because you have the artist... The only reason I say that, not the only reason, I like the little picture it gives you, a little easel you put it on. I think that's very artsy.
So, okay. So you're saying that the game is thematic because it gave you a mini easel. You think that's thematic.
That's art. You
but
put art on an easel.
The fact is that you've run around having to...
I did not like... Okay, I played it solo a bunch. And then I played it with Jerry. And I prefer it solo because Vital, who is the solo character, AA Ron, if you're into Castles of Burgundy, the card game, he doesn't mess with you as much as if you're playing with another person. You just can ignore him or whatever. He bumps you out and you do the same moves. But I don't like... I was watching... Ryan Metzler did a review. And he said, He said that it just come out on Dice Tower.
Who's that?
He said... I didn't know he was still on there.
I didn't know either. Because I don't watch this
apparently
channel.
He's hanging on. But he used the term sub moves, and I thought that was pretty good because, like, whenever you get bumped out by somebody, after they do their move, well, you can choose to do
a sub move,
one of 3 different things or 4 different things. So it's like every move, there's something else to do. There's something else to do, and there's this and there's that. To me, it was, as they say, fiddly in that respect. Because even if it's your turn, you bump me out. Okay, you do your primary move. Well, then I get to choose whether or not I want to do my move. So then I got like 3 choices to make. And then this goes back to my turn. So then it's my turn. So I go back to my gallery. I could bump you right back out of that same spot. And we're just doing the same thing over and over
back
and
forth.
over.
I didn't like
just back
that.
and forth.
You never blocked me.
Too much back and forth.
I did not like the whole... There's too many icons. There's too much stuff out there. And there was never a time, even at the end of the game, when I looked back and thought to myself, what was the grand strategy that I was going for?
Well, I think you need to play it solo.
I want to play it again. I want to keep playing it again because I don't want to just come out and say I hate this game. No. Because I fear that it might be another Mombasa for me.
No.
Every time I've played Mombasa, I have liked it and liked it and liked it. The more that I played Great Western Trail, I'll just want to play Mombasa.
I think you said 12.
12?
I think you went number 5.
I'm hunting 12.
The Great Western 12.
The Great Western 12.
That's Squee Rabbits.
Okay. That was fun.
Secret Hitler coming up next.
That sounds like the guy. What was the guy on Princess Bride? Marriage. They made the Princess Bride board game. Why haven't we played it?
Because usually IP properties aren't that good.
Boom.
Made from movies.
I have the Homeland game that I desperately want to play. I got it for like $7.
I played Hunger Games.
And?
It was atrocious.
There's a review for you. Board Game Snobs. Atrocious.
It was bad.
All right. I'm holding off on saying I dislike the Gallerist simply because I want to be 100% sure that it wasn't me. That I just had a poor time with it. So I'm looking forward to playing it some more and trying to learn it and play it again and just feel like...
I cannot imagine playing it 4-player.
Oh, yeah. I thought
just bump out, bump out,
yeah.
bump out, bump out, bump out.
Yeah,
sub move, sub move, sub move.
Vita Lacerda, sub move.
Vita Lacerda, sub move the game.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I want to play it again because I don't want to hate on it just because I have not gotten a feel for it. I will say, talking about other games that are dealing with art, modern art, which has gotten reprinted, which is by none other than Reiner Knizia.
Wow.
Who I, for the most part, do not like Reiner Knizia games. I like Tigris and Euphrates, but modern art, a bidding game where things don't have value initially. You have to sell it. And the more that you sell these very interesting paintings, the more their price goes up. It's very abstract, not abstract, but it's the oddest bidding game I think I have ever played. And I love it. I think it feels more like you're being a gallerist or curator than actually the gallerist. It's quicker, and Gabi hates bidding games.
No, false.
You don't?
No.
Who hates bidding
Negotiation.
Negotiation.
Enrique doesn't like
Enrique
bidding.
hates bidding games.
I like
am
bidding.
drinking a really strong old fashioned right now. I didn't know Enrique was here. I just turned it on right, and here he is. How did you get here?
The silent partner. He's been listening.
This is a really good old fashioned.
You're welcome.
Enrique, Gabi made a really good old fashioned. Have I said that once?
And Jerry has, what do they call that? What do you have? What's your issue with alcohol?
Ism? That's funny.
That's funny.
No, I just don't.
That's not funny.
I get cloudy. I'm cheap.
It's
I don't drink a lot.
you have like an enzyme digestion problem.
Yeah, I drink one beer and I'm pretty well. I'm ready. I'm done.
Really?
Yeah. But back to what we were talking about. We were talking about Enrique.
Enrique. What did Enrique like?
He hates bidding because Enrique can't place value on things.
You know what we didn't do?
Huh?
It's because we went from one podcast to the next. We didn't. See, you're supposed to promote yourself.
Whoa.
Plug.
Please follow us on Minds.com, Facebook,
20
Twitter.
minutes in. Follow us at Instagram, Board Game Snobs, Twitter, Board Game Snobs,
If you missed our
Facebook. We have a group that Jerry's in charge of.
there's like
I'm not
20
on
people.
Facebook.
There's like 20 people on it,
We never post anything.
and they're great people.
Do they talk without you?
Yeah, occasionally.
Okay. You started it in a mad rage against other reviewers, and you're like, I'm going to be this guy.
I tempered myself because
And
I
then
realized
you
my
reined it
hatred
back
would
in.
destroy me in the long run. My hatred for people.
Board Game
plus I
Snobs at
realized-
Gmail.
We are not reviewers.
No. Oh, yeah. I meant to decide. Yes, go ahead.
We are not reviewers.
Tomahawk Chop. Quit pointing at me. Why are you so angry?
We are not reviewers. Here's why.
You're in a mad rage.
Because reviewers, they pick on little things and they like these little, they talk about elegance and stuff.
Elegance.
We are just down to the fun. If it's not fun
Yeah.
and it's not succinct,
We're too wild and crazy, guys.
please don't use that.
That'll get from the kid. The kids will know that one. 70s SNL for SNL Saturday Night Live reference.
Yeah. I like how the kids,
That's funny.
the kids call it SNL. We still call it Saturday Night Live.
It's Saturday Night Live.
I miss Phil Hartman.
Musical guest. The Rolling Stones.
Yeah, there's an old one. We just like what we like, and it's based on the fun and the accessibility. How easy is it to learn? We don't get caught up in something because it's got something flashy or it's by some designer or it's got this. It has to be
You can't fool us.
engaged. No,
You can't fool us one bit.
no.
Get down to the crux of the matter.
Won't get fooled
Or
again.
crunches,
Won't get
Jerry
fooled
says.
again.
No.
Who said that? The Rolling
Shame
Stones?
on you.
Yeah.
Fooled me twice. Shame on me. Fooled me 3 times.
Not good.
I don't know what happened.
Anyways, getting back to that idea of how certain board games don't quite stick to their theme, I think the Gallerist.
Jerry's closing his eyes again.
I'm closing my eyes because I'm thinking about the Gallerist.
He's gesturing.
And it's great artwork and the various other components about it. I was just disappointed by it.
So we went back to the Gallerist? I thought we were
back
modern
to-
art.
I know. I went back and forth. You can't stop me.
shuffled up.
Can't stop me. Well, can't stop, won't stop.
The Gallerist, basically what Jerry's saying is
Hold off.
remains to be approved or not approved because he doesn't know how he feels.
I
He
will
just played
say
it again.
this. I will say this. I've played 2 Vital Lacerda games. Kanban and this. This is my favorite.
Kanban and the Gallerist.
The gall you have. Yeah, I just want to like it so much. I don't.
I know. You feel compelled because he's supposed to be this.
He's well
on
respected.
He's on a pedestal.
Here's the deal. I feel like I'm not a snob if I don't like Vital Lacerda. I've
Right.
said it. My name is
There you
Jerry,
go.
and I feel like I'm not a snob. I
Oh,
don't
I'm
like
getting
it.
back to what you said earlier.
What did I say? Don't put words in my mouth.
That we're not reviewers,
We're gamers.
except on the website where you review games.
Well, we do review stuff, but
I was playing.
What?
But I was thinking, not playing.
because
I was thinking.
we don't play around.
Along this subject, we aren't on the podcast anyway. We're not reviewers. We're discussioners.
Yeah.
We're players. Is it fun or not fun, like you said? So if you want deep insights as to the mechanics and the
Because if you want that stuff, who
Ticks
cares
and
about you?
tacks.
You just
go to YouTube.
no, don't. It's the whiskey.
Don't do that, Jerry.
I'm sorry.
You and your chromosomes.
I'm sorry. I lack one.
Enzymes.
No, I'm serious. I think that the Gallerist is going to give it some time. I'm going to give it some time, and I feel
Why
like
don't you play it solo?
I want to play it solo, and I hope to become one of these people who likes Vito Lacerda. But if I'm not, I don't know what to tell you. It's the same
You're
thing.
not
with,
a true snob.
It's the same thing with Stefan Feld.
It's just going to be the board game players.
We may have to change the name.
VGAP.
It doesn't sound right.
No.
I bought Stefan Feld, Castles of Burgundy. I like the card game better. Stefan E. I played what was the other one? Aquasphere. Oh
Never played
man. You talk about just stuff.
The only Stefan Feld I played is Castles of Burgundy, the card game.
And I enjoyed the board game, and I did like the board game more than I did the card game till I got to playing the card game with you. Now I like the card game more than I like the board game. I want to take a breath now.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So just
You've come to your senses. Is what
I
that's
have
called.
come to my senses, and I hope that I come to my senses about the Gallerist. I will, however, never come to my senses about First Class, because that was trash. Unless you like Russian railroads, and that was okay.
First Class, Jerry is very harsh about it. I could play it again. I didn't mind it, but it didn't wow me by any means.
But there's other things you'd like to play. That's my point. And so,
However, after we played First Class, we played a simple 2-player game that I really liked.
what did we play?
Holmes and Mycroft.
Oh, yeah.
what it's called?
Drag that out. Okay, let me tell you something right now. Before we go any further. Gobby has a fascination with anything Sherlock. I don't know why. If you say Sherlock... No. Stop. I've told you several times you do not do the whole soundtrack mimicking thing on the podcast. That's copyright stuff, man. You're killing it. Stop it. Cut that. You're going to get us in trouble. Whatever. Holmes, Mycroft, Sherlock, and Mycroft
rogue.
is done by Devier Games.
Board game rogues.
Which I really like. It's a set collection game with worker placement. Doesn't take but 30 minutes to play.
Oh, yeah, it's a little card game.
You have a little board where you have these certain characters that get shuffled out onto it. And
Is there a board?
Well, that little fold out thing. It's not really a board.
Yeah.
You fold that out, and you're going to these people, and you're collecting cards, which you're using as evidence, and you're trying to get the most of that set card. And interestingly enough, at the end of the game, for scoring purposes, your opponent, however many cards he has of that color or set, subtracts from yours. So you kind of want to get the same, you want to get as many cards in one grouping as possible, but if you see your enemy focusing on something else, your William Dafoe, you want to get some cards just to subtract from his score.
Differently.
Anyways, I really liked it. Enrique played it with me. Remember that? We played that at BGG 2016.
It was a...
You may now speak.
Wake up.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
It was a good... we only played it for...
It was a demo.
Yeah,
the demo
it was a
people.
demo.
Demonstration. Short for demonstration.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It was a good little game. My mind isn't so clear about how good it was. It's been...
We give
It's
you
been
one
2
chance.
years. It's
Come
been
on.
2 years.
It's been 2 years.
Every time...
Since-
Fun fact, so
You
far.
don't remember a game from 2 years ago? Come on, Enrique.
Every time me and Enrique go to BGG, we get there early, and every time we've been to BGG, we play a Devier game right off the bat. Last year, we played, what's the Russian hero? Michael Strogoff.
Stalin.
Yes.
Michael Strogoff.
Oh. My bad.
Michael Strogoff, the Courier of the Tsar, which is a very famous Jules Verne book, which I
Czar?
yes, which
Courier of the Czar.
which I am currently reading. It's a Jules Verne
Why
book
is there a C in front of Czar?
because it's silent.
Makes no sense.
It's the silent for
the
communism.
silent C.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Why? It must be angry.
I don't know.
Is that in Russian, or did the English just say, hey, we got lots of weird words. Let's put a silent C in front of Czar.
Maybe they call it Khazar.
It's so stupid.
Wouldn't that be weird? Go over there to Russia and find out they pronounce it Khazar.
And they're like, we tried to tell you. Das Verdanya. Ryan, most things in here don't react to blood.
This is the second podcast we've done in 2 weeks, and each time you have somehow managed to reference Sean Connery in the room.
Oh, well, I'm surprised Kevin Costner hasn't come up.
Don't bring him up, please.
But Kevin Costner, the worst Bostonian accent in 13 days.
How dare you?
That was terrible.
Dare you?
Did you watch it?
How dare you? He did his best.
He tried.
Look,
he's an actor.
I'm going to say it right now. If you want to hear some poor Bostonian accents, you go look at literally anybody who's played the Bostonian person in a long time. Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. That is
Question.
What?
Why do they portray every Bostonian as talking like that?
Because they talk like that. Have you been to Boston?
But not all of them talk like that.
They all do. It's not racist. They all do.
That's racist.
They all do. They talk that way because that's well, it's kind of like that's it's like how we talk. I hate to say this, but
what are you saying?
We sound kind of
normal,
Southern.
We sound very
because we
non-dictionist.
We live in the South.
I have no diction. Is diction a word?
I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I'm not getting out my thesaurus again to explain to you what means. I'm not getting out my thesaurus to explain any more words to you.
You leave that dinosaur where it's at.
I'm done. I am done. I am done. Holmes, Sherlock, and Mycroft by Devier Games. It's a good game.
I think you said Sherlock. What did you say?
Sherlock and Mycroft.
Okay.
It's a good game.
Okay.
Why are you laughing at everything I say? Leave me be.
Go.
I'm done. I'm done talking. Talk to Enrique.
Enrique. What's up? Is that the hat DJ gave you?
Yes, it is.
Do you wear it all the time?
It's not a fedora. It's a trebly, I think they call them.
Trebly? No, fedoras are big. I thought you were done talking.
I just want to make sure.
What are you doing talking?
Make sure you know about proper hat terminology.
Indiana Jones wears a what?
Fedora.
I thought you were done talking. I'm talking to Enrique.
You know how
there you go. Yeah.
You know how Jerry is. Jerry.
He can't help not butting in. That's his problem.
That's his thing, though.
That's the way he operates. He's always got something to say. It's wrong, but he's always got something to say.
People are having conversation. He's just like, we all talk about just sipping his cup of beer.
See, get Enrique talking about the things Jerry does wrong. He can talk all day.
Poor Jerry.
So, what else does Jerry do wrong?
Kevin Costner is a national treasure.
How else does Jerry get on your nerves?
Let's see.
We can segue this into a Disagreeable Nerd podcast. What about Kevin Costner?
I'm done with this.
Your top 5 Kevin Costner movies.
I'm going to go home and watch Waterworld.
That number 10.
And I'm going to learn.
Postman, number 12.
Yeah, that was bad. That was
Dances with Wolves. Where's that go?
That's up there. That's top 3.
Really?
Yes. Tatanka. Dances with Wolves? Are you kidding me?
Field of Dreams.
No, sorry. Not a Field of Dreams fan. Sorry.
Me neither.
Nope.
Good Lord, me neither.
Nope.
I watched it on Netflix. I was like, hey, it's on Netflix. Try watching it.
Follow us.
Stupidest show ever.
On Google, Netflix, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are the Board Game Snobs. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. Or 2 weeks from now for another annual review of our Secret Hitler.
Annual?
Because I don't know what that word means. Secret Hitler, Black Orchestra. It's a great...
We're not going to play those by then.
I will.
Okay.
Promise.
Fine.
Promise me.
Follow us on
Twitter,
Board Game
Instagram,
Snobs.
Facebook, Google.
Facebook, we have a group.
Netflix.
Ignore Jerry. I'm fixing to turn off your mic. Leave us a review on Apple Podcast or iTunes, however you find us. You can find us on Podbean, Stitcher, Overcast. I'm not sure if Bubba put us on Google or not. Probably he did. But check it out.
Good night.
Okay, I'm done. I'm Gabi. This is Jerry.
Bye.
And Enrique.
Have a wonderful day, guys.
Or night, or evening, or morning, depending on when you listen.
There's people in Singapore listening.
That's true.
Yeah.
Australia. Good day.
Thank you for listening to the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.